Here's my opinion. I say that Donald Trump has shifted to a more effective campaign style and substance. I say he's looking more presidential. And I say it's a winning strategy. Jon Voight is here, actor and Trump supporter. Jon, first of all, it's an honor to have you on the program. Love your stuff, and it's great to have you here, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Yeah. Okay, you've heard it all before. I know you have. Okay.
No, yours too. I really like you a lot. I think your energy is fantastic.
Okay, I just had a cup of coffee, the 10th of the day. Now, my premise is that this is the new Trump, and you are a Trump supporter. You're a Trump supporter of the new Trump, not the old one, correct?
I'm a Trump supporter for quite a long time. I think this fellow has a certain, he's a problem solver, Stu, and he's used to taking on impossible jobs and figuring them out and getting to work and solving them. And I've seen him, a couple of times on the road, and he's got a tremendous amount of energy. I see him at the end of a day when he jumps through 3 states, and at 11 o'clock at night he looks exactly the same way he started at 7 o'clock in the morning. Yeah. It's quite remarkable, and he's always of good cheer. As you can see after the debates, whatever, he always feels positive, He's quite an interesting fellow. Yeah. And I've been very impressed by the statements on the recent statements, setting his sights on the different problems and shedding a light on what they are, and then shedding a light speeches. On... He's done a very good job, and I can't think of anyone in my memory that has been so specific prior to the election.
Just a few moments ago, we had a couple of ladies on the program who have adopted this label, deplorables. They've run up some T-shirts, they've got deplorables across the front. There's all kinds of stuff out there. It seems that that label, which Hillary stuck on Trump supporters, has backfired, and it's now become almost fashionable. Are you seeing that too?
Yes, I got a little picture last night of this fellow holding up a sign saying, "Deplorable lives matter." And it was terrific. Yes, I think it's great. I mean, obviously she didn't invent that. Somebody took a lot of time and thought they were very clever writing it, but it has backfired a little bit.
Now, you're a conservative. You're a conservative in Hollywood. You're a Trump supporter in Hollywood. Have you ever been blacklisted? You just didn't get the part because of your politics?
Well, not that I know of. There's plenty of reasons not to hire me.
No, I can't think of any. But
listen, it's not that. I have many friends in Hollywood. People know I come to work. I don't proselytize, but. There are, by the way, many conservatives in Hollywood. They just aren't very vocal.
Is that accurate? I mean, we don't hear from them very often. I mean, I can name a couple here and there, but I don't hear much.
Well, they kind of keep their heads down a little bit, but there are a whole lot of them.
Do you ever think that a Republican can win the presidential election in California?
Well, I'm certainly going to, make a little effort out there. I don't think there's any place Donald Trump can't win if he gets the team, focused and finds a way to introduce him to people. Because once people see who he is, they cling to him, and that's it.
Are you officially part of the Trump campaign, or are you just a Trump supporter?
I'm a Trump supporter, but I'm friendly with everyone. I just saw Eric yesterday, and I met Ivanka many years ago at a charity event, and so I know them, and I've been with Donald for a couple of events. And I have to say, here's something that people don't know about Donald Trump. He loves people, and he's very, very considerate, and his heart goes out to people, It's not he's not making it up when he sits with somebody who's suffering something, and you can see him feeling for them. This is not an act with him. And also, when I was at a speech at the Voters and Values Summit, and he gave this wonderful speech. The audience stood almost the entire speech, and he came off. He was quite moved by it. And then he said thank you to me, thank you to a few others. He went over to the fellow who was running the teleprompter and gave him a little pat and said, thanks very much. Did a great job. And I can see this kind of guy. That's why people like this guy. Like if you look at so many people who have worked for him, and they can find a person who's not 100% maybe if they peel through all this stuff, but 95% of people who work for him love him.
Jon Voight, that's an endorsement, and we'll take it. Out of time, but look, thanks very much for joining us. You can come again anytime you like.
Good, Stu.
Thank you very much indeed, sir. Appreciate it.